तो अगर आप एक इंडियन स्टूडेंट हो और अब्रॉड जाना चाहते हो, ऑन प्रोसेस हो, अप्लाई कर चुके हो या जा रहे हो या जाके रह रहे हो कुछ टाइम पे, ट्रस्ट मी दिस वीडियो इज द वन एंड ओनली मास्टर क्लास दैट यू हैव टू वॉच। बहुत सारी इन्फॉर्मेशन यूट्यूब पे नहीं है, फ्रॉम एप्लीकेशन से लेके वहाँ पे रहने तक, जॉब मार्केट, फ्यूचर प्रोस्पेक्ट्स, पार्ट टाइम फुल टाइम जॉब, खाना खर्चा, घूमना पीना, एप्लीकेशन, वीजा क्या खर्चा, यहाँ पे क्या है, डॉक्यूमेंट, सब कुछ इस वीडियो पे डिस्कस किया है क्लियरली। वीडियो थोड़ा लंबा हो सकता है, प्लीज थोड़ा पेशेंस लेके देख लेना, बट ट्रस्ट मी दिस विल क्लैरिफाई अ लॉट ऑफ योर डाउट्स एंड विल गिव यू अ लॉट ऑफ न्यू इन्फॉर्मेशन बेस्ड ऑन मॉडर्न 2026 फॉर ऑल द इंडियन स्टूडेंट्स या पीपल हु आर डूइंग जॉब्स इन अब्रॉड। अच्छा लगे तो सब्सक्राइब जरूर करना, प्लीज लिसन टू दिस। एंड टुडेज गेस्ट वी हैव संचयिता दीदी एंड शी इज माय स्कूल टाइम सीनियर, and although we haven't talked much on school, but yeah, now finally she moved abroad even before me. She is in UK and I did my bachelor's and now I'm also in abroad, but I'm in Germany. So first, Didi, how are you?
I'm good, and thank you so much for having me on this podcast. And I'm really excited to share, do a pretty good heart to heart on our struggles and journey abroad. Yeah, hopefully people who are aspiring to come here can relate a little bit.
This language of English is getting more and more now, day by day. People are
Okay.
getting more to it. And now you can survive in Germany if you even don't understand or speak German. But the problem is, at least 5 or 10 years ago, it would have been very impossible to survive. Even if you go for a job or something, it's still very hard to get it even if you don't know German. So the thing is, German is very mandatory here. So that's why what our university did is our university arranged a cafe called Sprach Cafe. So guys, this thing doesn't happen in India, but this is a very good thing I would like to say in podcast. We have to go and sit on every levels of tables. So everyone sits there with the same level of German, and we just practice speaking German. So that's nice. And also, there are tables where there is a flag of every country for students who come from, and you can also go and make friends. Great way to socialize. And a very great way to socialize. They sit and meet people from different countries. I have made so many of my friends from Sprach Cafe because I'm a type of sort of high energetic extroverted type of guy.
It's a great networking opportunity.
Yes. It's a very nice opportunity, and they give you free coffees and cookies also, and you can also buy some things like cakes and stuff. But
Anything free, sign me up.
yeah, definitely. That is for not why not. So yeah, that's how. So I think this is something really good what these universities are offering outside of India, what we don't see in India.
Exactly. Oh my God, yes.
But people, I think, in India won't be also interested in learning Tamil, Telugu, or Kannada or Maharashtrian if we open like that, because everyone speaks Hindi there, right? So people are very
that's like a
liberal.
universal language.
That way, these one of these things these universities are doing are very good, I would say. But yeah, as we are speaking to university, what is your cultural what is not cultural, what is your difference that you saw when you first stepped into your where do you study first of all, you have to say?
I did my master's from Newcastle University Business School. It's one of the Russell Group University, if you know. That's the Ivy League equivalent in the UK. It was my course. I did MSc International Marketing, and it was really highly ranked that year. And I was I also got a scholarship, so it was really exciting. Yeah, so it's why not just let's go and see how this turns out, because I always wanted to do my master's abroad since was a little child, and I was I have to pursue this dream. And I was really fortunate because my parents, my partner, everyone was so supportive when I moved here. They didn't hold me back, and I am always very grateful of that.
So nice.
Yes, very supportive, very supportive.
Yeah, it's because in typical Indian families it's really hard to get this type of thing.
Exactly.
Let's talk about that. We are kind of lucky, and we should say thanks to our parents.
Definitely.
Because, this type of this independence of what you want to do in life. Just take an example. That's what we were discussing.
Yeah. And also where we come from, we both are from very small towns in West Bengal, and people usually, what do they think, that they have the mentality of please don't go outside, you can, whatever you want to do, you can do it here. You don't have to go away from your parents. 10,000 kilometers away to another continent and start your life from scratch.
Yes,
You
yes,
can
yes.
do it here. I think that's something that our parents, we are really grateful. They didn't like pressurize us to stay back. And like, you know what, you fly away, pursue your dream, all the jazz. And yeah, I'm really grateful. I think the funniest part was my first cultural shock when I stepped here was the air quality. It was an instant difference.
Air quality of England is nice.
Yes, it's
Really?
awesome. I AQI is 2 right now
Hmm.
here. So it's insane. And
It's even lesser than
London is
here.
not as good
Hmm.
as the north of England. So I'm in the north right now.
Hmm.
When I landed in Newcastle, it was I think 1 AQI and I was
Oh,
like blown away.
crazy. Let me check how
Instantly.
much it is in Bochum.
How much is it?
That's why I'm checking AQI in
Okay.
Bochum. I think it is definitely as not as less as
2.
it is 61. Crazy.
Okay, so you underestimated it.
Than smoking
You
stuff.
you are. See, I'll show you. Oh, this is not my camera.
Whoa, this is so nice. Like
This is literally
like
one. So,
one. This is 61. Six.
so yes. So now you know why I told you this. The air
Hmm.
instantly was different because I flew from Bombay, so
Hmm.
not from Kolkata.
Okay, okay,
So
okay.
I took my flight from Bombay, and it is much more polluted than Kolkata. So I was like, instantly, I was like, oh my god, this is the first time I'm inhaling oxygen. So that was my first
Okay,
cultural
okay, okay,
shock.
okay,
Did
okay.
you feel the same when you landed in Germany?
When I landed in Germany, I was rather stressed because number one of the language barrier. No, like I learned German for one whole year now because I was also very prepared from my side. Like
Mhm.
I was prepared for everything, anything to everything, and I was like actually I was like sort of over prepared. Like my house was ready, my train
Mhm.
ticket to my house was ready. Two
Mhm.
of my German friends were picking me from airport to my Bochum stop, and from Bochum stop my Indian friend Mahesh was coming, and he used to pick me and take me to home. I sort of planned everything like the
Yeah.
money heist professor, so that nothing goes wrong.
Yeah.
But the only problem I was scared about that things in Germany are very slow.
Oh.
Like not slow in the sense like the process takes a lot of time. So
Mhm.
actually that baggage thing also in airport took time, and I was stressed for
Ah,
that.
I
Like
hate
it
that.
took like 2 hours to got my bag, and I had my train on 4 hours. So in 3.5 hours I got my bag. I took the bus, I ran. Then two of my friends
Oh, it
came, they
sounds
took my bag,
stressful.
and they were standing at the that auto that these door of the trains are automatic.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
they were just putting one leg like this and was waiting for me
So that
there.
you could make it. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So then we somehow got in there, and I had a tiring flight. Like everything I did by myself. I didn't took any help of any counseling or anything. So on
Mhm.
February, I decided that I will give my IELTS. And I was already preparing for IELTS for like 1 year, like sort of like at home, speaking with my dad and uncle and practicing. I completed few books of IELTS, old books I got from my seniors and my other like my seniors, like I have to say it in podcast, like my seniors, one of the best seniors, like my whole sixth floor of my hostel, they are in abroad. Like some of them are in UK, some of them are in Germany, some of them are in US, some of them are in Australia, as in all like John Hopkins University, King's College London, I am in
Mhm.
Ruhr, some of them are in Berlin, some of them are in Maryland, Australia. Like my whole, like my seniors, best seniors so far. Like I didn't met even good friends, but I met so good
Good senior.
seniors.
Mhm.
And it's very crazy that the whole sixth floor is in abroad. Yes. Like
It's nice you have so many connections. Anywhere you want to go now, you can talk to them and like
anyone, and I'm in literally very good sort of connections with all of them.
that's a good
Maybe it's
thing.
because like I always tend to keep people on good notes.
Yeah.
That has came to an advantage now, God's grace.
Mhm.
But that's
Mhm.
why I have to mention they're really nice, and all of them have already been in my podcast and have
Ah,
said something. And
that's nice. I have
yes,
to catch up on all of those podcasts now.
yeah. Tea gardens, your
I think in the
dogs.
moment we usually tend to avoid all of that. We are so excited. Oh, we are going abroad. Like I think especially Indians have that mindset. Oh, we are going there.
Yeah, yeah,
People,
yeah,
we
yeah.
meet people. They're speaking English and all of those things. Once you arrive, then I think after a while it hits you. Oh my God, we have left the people we love, and like we are
Yes.
starting from scratch, and we are all on our own. I think that really hit me after a week. and I was like, oh my god, I think I regret it now. Yeah, there were really like low moments in my life. I thought, oh my god, why did I do this? Like I was better off at home. Um, because at the end of the day, when you come back home after speaking in a different language all your
You
day,
need
and
someone
then
to speak in your own language, right? Did you felt also the same?
yes, yes,
Yeah, I
I was
also
so
felt the same
tired.
actually.
Yeah, like for you, I think it's like three different languages. Now you have to speak in German, you have to speak in English, and then in your mother tongue. And for me,
Yeah.
it was just two because all my day I was speaking in English, and then I used to come home, and mostly because of the time difference, everyone at home is already half asleep. So I used to call my parents, like, "Hello, are you still there? Like, talk to me for 5 minutes." Yeah, and
Yeah.
with when you have a full time job, it becomes even more difficult,
So
I
you are
think, to
doing
keep up.
job right now, Didi? Or
Yes.
okay.
So I was doing something else before I moved here, and now I'm doing. So this is my second job in the UK right now.
This is second job like a full time basis or
Yes.
so what is the scenario like? Okay, so I'm an international student in Germany, and I would say that if someone is moving to UK, okay,
Mhm.
UK is not a part of Europe anymore. What I was saying,
No, no, it is a part of Europe. It is not a part of EU, European Union. Both are different things.
landscape wise, it's a part of Europe.
Yes, geographically, it's still in the continent of
Yeah,
Europe.
but it's still independently saying it's after
Yeah,
Brexit.
because of Brexit,
Brexit.
it's now not part of the EU.
EU.
Unfortunately, yes.
What is the scenario of the market? Like if a student comes and he needs a part-time, not full-time job, part-time job, then what is the
Oh,
scenario? Is it easy to get?
I think it completely depends on the region you are living in. So, if you are in a big city like London, Manchester, and then Birmingham, stuff like that, then it's much easier and quicker for you to land a part time role.
Okay.
If you go to London, if you see, like, walk into any store, you see all the Indians, Desis, like, basically Southeast Asian people working part time. So, it's by that I can deduce that it's easier to get a job there. Also, when you go on like LinkedIn, Indeed to get a part-time job or like any mainstream business that you want to get into,
Acha,
they
acha.
always advertise their vacancies in like bigger cities. So when I came to Newcastle for the first time, and then I started to look at jobs, it was difficult to see a vacancy, first of all, because Newcastle is a comparatively much smaller city. So the smaller the city is, the harder it is for you to land a job. And diversity wise, also, it's not as diverse as London, Manchester, Birmingham, basically the mainstream big cities. Um, so yeah, I think if someone wants to come, my word of advice would be, I know it's very expensive to live in London, but just if you have the means, try to be in London, because that way you can um, get a job much earlier, and then the cost of living is a lot higher, but also the minimum wage in London is high as well. Just in London, you get paid a lot more than other cities.
Okay. So
Not the same case with like full-time jobs.
what is
It's
the
just
case with
part-time.
full-time jobs?
Full-time jobs, you can get paid the same everywhere. So there's not like a rule of thumb as in the case with your part-time jobs. The government has made a rule that if you are working part-time in London, you have to get like, I think it's 13 pounds something. The time I was looking for jobs, I
Every
think it's
hour?
14 something now.
Like 13 pounds every hour, right? Working in London.
Yes, per hour. Whereas the entire UK was getting 12.40 or something like that. So it's much higher there, because again you have to afford your living there. It's very expensive. So like if you are in central London, the rent would be around like £1,500 for a decent accommodation.
1,500 pounds every month.
Yes, for a decent accommodation.
Crazy.
That's insane. So yeah, just putting things into perspective. So yeah, there's pros and cons if you want to live in London. So
So as if like for example, if a student is moving in UK for example, and if
Mhm.
he instead of living in London, how about like he lives 20 minutes or 30 minutes away from London and he comes there by bus or by tube or something. Tube, right?
Yes, tube.
It's tube,
Yes,
yeah. Huh.
yeah.
How do I know that? Anyways, movies. So yeah, if he is coming there by if he is living even 1 hour away from the main town, then how much can the rent be varied if a student leaves? 1
It
hour away.
varies a lot actually. So there are several zones in London. There's zone 1, which you have all the touristy places in zone 1. So the rent is the highest there, obviously. And as you move further away from central London, zone 1, you have, like, if you live on the outskirts and you share your place, so you can go as low as £400 a month if you share a room, which I am personally not comfortable with. But if you want to do it for someone, there are options of like £400
Yeah. Okay.
a month. But then I have to warn you that the tube is insanely expensive. So London is the most expensive city when it comes to public transportation. So
How a tube is expensive? Like tubes
I'll
are
tell you,
meant
for
to be. Okay. Okay. Okay.
example,
Interesting. Okay.
yeah, so when I was living in Kent, when I went to London for the third time, I think I stayed there for 2 nights because central London was really expensive. I was with someone, so I had to get a room. So I was living in Kent, which is the outskirts of London, 1 hour away from London. So I used to get the tube every single day, and just take a guess how much it cost me for one day, like the whole tube ride.
But didn't you have like a monthly package? Like here in Germany,
No,
we have that
I
Deutschland.
was there for just 2 days. So why would I
Oh,
take a
okay.
monthly package?
Few pounds. It shouldn't be more than few pounds.
£25, yes,
25
per day.
pounds.
Yes. So tube is pretty expensive. If you live in central London, that's like zone 1, 2, and 3. They cap you at £8, so you don't have to pay more than £8. And one thing about the buses in London, that's something I like, is that if you take 2 or 3 buses in just an hour, you just have to pay one fee. So one fare,
Okay.
£1.75, and then you are sorted for an hour.
Okay. But
So
in
that's a good
Germany,
thing.
but in UK, do you have something like a ticket where you can travel through that ticket to the entire UK?
There are real passes, but I don't think you have a universal something like that. You have Oyster card in London. So if you have a rail pass, like a rail card, and you link it to your Oyster card, you get some discount on it at the end of the day, like 30% or so. But then the Oyster card won't work here in the north. So if you are just living in the UK working there, people usually get a Oyster card because that saves you a ton of money at the end of the month when it all adds up. But if you're living in the north, it's of no use basically, because you have to get like a pop card. In Newcastle, they use a pop card.
What is a
So you
pop card?
pop card is like an Oyster card. You top it up. Basically, for example, yeah, you get monthly passes, weekly passes, or without a pass, you just top it up like a balance card.
So it's
And then
like similar to like we have the Delhi Metro card that we recharge it every time and we swipe it once we are entering.
yes,
Okay.
it's like
So
that.
it's not
Yes,
much different actually as compared
it's
to.
not. It's not really not.
Break it down. How much do you spend every month on traveling from your office to your house? How far is it and how much do you spend?
It's funny because no one can relate to me when it comes to this, because this town is mostly residential, as I mentioned before, and there are a few like industrial areas. So my workplace is an hour and 15 minutes walking distance from my house. And how I know this
Do
is
you
because
walk
I
every
walk.
day there for 1 hour 50 minutes? Huh?
Yes, and it's a lovely walk, but not many people would choose to
No, I
do
was
that.
just
I
kidding.
get it.
Like, do you actually walk for 1 hour 50
Yes.
minutes? Why?
I,
You can just
I,
get a
I
bicycle and reach there in 20-25 minutes.
Yes, that's the thing. I really like walking in the UK. When I was back home, I always used to take Toto because, like, no, I don't want to walk here. There's no dedicated,
Okay,
like,
I will cut
walking.
this.
This is a huge difference. When you live in a bigger city, you get a bus like in every 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Here, the buses are quite far apart. So, like, if you take a bus now, the next one is going to come after 30 minutes. And still you have to walk. So even if I do take a bus, I have to walk for 20-25 minutes every day. And yeah, that's something I don't
I
prefer.
would still say, like, let me explain you about the things in Germany. Now, after listening to my point of view on UK, I think I made a good choice of coming to Germany because you can travel whole Germany with just one Deutschland ticket that you get every semester. Like once you, as a student, when you pay your like semester contribution here, which is around 300 euros, and that's the only fees that I pay. And I don't pay
Okay.
anything else.
Mhm.
So there we get a like a I will show you. We get a semester ticket, and I have added that on my Google Wallet. So
Mhm.
that's a bit like I just show my phone when if the ticket checker
Yeah,
comes.
it's like Apple Pay. Yeah.
Yeah, just like that. And you can get on trains, you can get on buses, you can get on tubes or metros, which is called as U-Bahns here, and you can also get on like some other services also like shuttle boats and stuff like that. So
Okay.
this is just like that. Like you can just show the QR and they will just
Mhm.
scan it and
Scan
it's
it. Yeah.
mentioned there. So this is really nice that you can travel to anything. But yeah, if you have to
I
take
like
a
that it is universal. You get
yeah,
one
yes.
pass and any city that you want to go
Yeah, yeah,
to.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like that's the best thing about Germany. Like you can't travel on high speed trains like IC or ICE. Like those are super fast trains, but you can travel on REs like they are moderately fast trains to bus, metros, and some other services also.
Mm-hmm.
So this is best. Like with one card, you can travel to entire Germany, and not only in Germany. Like there are some places where train goes like from there. One train goes from my place.
One
It
country to another
yeah,
country.
it also goes to you can travel to 5-6 countries with just this Deutschland ticket. Like I have
Oh,
went to Venlo in Netherlands with just this ticket. I have went to in
how much
France,
did
in
you
Austria.
spend? Sorry to cut you off. How much did you spend to go to Netherlands with this ticket?
With this ticket, it was free.
It
I
was
traveled to 4-5 countries for free, Baba.
what?
Yes. My like right now, if you estimate my traveling budget, I to all the countries I traveled so far, it shouldn't be more than 200 euros.
I don't think I've ever felt more
That
jealous
that's
in my
no no no
entire
no no.
life.
এটা ভুল কিন্তু okay so we'll that is the advantage of Germany. Like with just one traveling ticket, you can travel anywhere you want. And also, if you want high speed trains or if you want flights, then you have to book it separately. But that's also been done from the same app. And if you do it like 2 weeks earlier, then it's just like taking a ticket. Like you get it cheaper. If you do it at the moment, you get it very high.
Okay.
And if you are not student, then you have to pay like 55 euros every month to get this ticket.
Okay, so there are no discounts at all when it comes to age and stuff like that because we have age preferences here.
Yes, if you are above 60, then I don't think so. You have to pay, or no,
So
like you
like
have to pay
under
a bit less.
21, under
Yes,
25,
yes,
under
yes, 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 yes.
24.
So definitely, like other than I think the how do you call it? Citizen L. What is that called? Senior citizenship.
Senior
Senior citizen. Yeah.
citizen.
Other than senior citizen, I think everyone has to pay the same price. But if I am a student, my university pays it for me. And if you are doing a job somewhere, your company will pay it for you.
Oh, so is it mandatory for the company to pay it for you?
Yes. It's also mandatory your company to pay for your health insurance also.
Oh yeah, it is common
Also
here as
in England. Like, oh yeah, this thing about health insurance. Like, is it mandatory to have a health insurance in England?
well. Yeah, most companies. Oh, if you talk about the government insurance that we get when we get the visa, uh, that's the NHS, basically National Health.
NHS. Yeah, yeah. I
Yes.
know.
So that's the government thing. But your companies, most companies here, they give you private health benefits and
Okay.
insurance and stuff like that. So NHS doesn't cover your eyes and your like dental requirements.
Ah.
So those two things are really expensive, by the way, and NHS doesn't cover it. So your company, when they give you like your private health benefits, basically that covers all of that. So most companies do it. I think there are companies who choose to not do it, but like it's not a rule that the company has to give you private health benefits, but like
But
most companies
it's
do
most
it.
company gives private because it is cheap or like why?
No, I think they consider it as basic human rights. Plus, like most people have NHS here. So the companies who don't give it, they think you already go to your NHS. Why should I waste money on you and stuff like that?
Yeah, but here, like in Germany, we have to have a health insurance, and that is so mandatory. Like it's illegal to live without an health insurance.
No, that everyone does. The NHS is for everyone in the UK.
Ah.
On top of that, NHS from government. So on top of that, if you want something private,
Something
that's on
extra.
you or on your company. So NHS is
Oh.
done. Everyone has a health insurance
So it's
by
like
default.
so it's like it covers all the major issues, but it doesn't cover the aesthetics like hair or teeth or eyes.
No, yeah. The
Okay.
dental and the eye, basically, they don't cover it. So if you have a problem with your eyes or your mouth or anything like that, you have to go in and pay it for yourself.
And how much is it if you pay in England, for example?
What I've heard, from what I've heard, eyes, like if you get your eyes checked, if you get your glasses made, contact lenses, something like that, it's super, super expensive. So I went in with my friend once to just buy some glasses, and I think she paid about £200 for like a basic ass glass.
Baba, 200 pounds, which is how much in Indian rupees?
23,000 rupees right now.
23,000 rupees just to get a glass.
Yes.
Crazy.
And some, if you like go for a, I think she was wealthy. If you go for a cheaper one, I think still 70, 80 pounds you need to pay.
Ah, okay.
Below that,
Yeah, I
nothing
think
will
that's
happen. And
the. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
with the power and everything, it will come down to 200.
Ah, okay,
I
okay.
always keep my glasses safe. Whenever I go home, I get my eyes checked. That's the routine checkup that I do.
Ah, okay. No, in let's come. If you compare it with Germany, then I think Germany does cover some health insurance. Like most of the health insurance covers some part of dental and some parts of eyes also, but it's not as expensive as UK.
Yeah, definitely. That's what I told you when the podcast started. That's the living cost is much higher, but the tax in Germany is higher.
Yeah, we have to pay like 45% of tax. Tax
Yeah.
is higher, but yeah, like I would say the trains here are slow. Not slow, like the trains here are not on time, not always not on time. Sometimes it gets delayed and sometimes it comes on time. Like I would say the bigger trains which you take to travel to different cities, they tend to come, sometimes they come late, like 50% of the time they come late, 50% of the time they come on time.
Okay.
And yeah, like it's okay. There is only one distributor in Germany, that's DB Deutsche Bahn in German.
Oh, so
So
it's
yeah.
monopoly. Okay.
So that's like a like, and government also doesn't pay as much to them. So there is, it's very hard for them, but it's still they're running, so it's nice. And the whole Germany uses that same only. Either people use here their own like means of travel or they use public transport.
Okay.
But you won't see any bikes here. Like I've rarely, I think even in India I used to see a lot of bikes and scooty. I
Yeah.
don't see any bike scooty here.
Yeah, same here. I have like hardly maybe spotted once, and that was a delivery guy. So, like food delivery guy. And like people don't do it. I think that's the main reason is because it's very cold out here. It's windy and cold. So, it's not feasible for you to ride a motorbike. It's not really.
That's
It's
true.
car is the way to go.
So do you order food in your house when you're really hungry and you don't want to eat something?
Well, it's super expensive. So I think those are the days I call my cheat days. And I sometimes order my food maybe once a month,
In England,
maximum
it is
twice
very
a
easy to get Indian foods. I know there is a lot of Indian culture in UK as compared to Germany. Here, maybe I
month. Yes.
have one Indian shop, maybe 30 kilometers away.
Oh, so I thought it's the opposite actually. I thought there are like, a lot of cultural significance there, like
No,
shops and stuff from
no,
India. Oh
no, no, no,
no.
no, no.
I think it also depends on where you are again. So like bigger cities will have a lot of Indian stores. Here we don't have anything.
Ah, okay.
Any
Now I
Indian
agree
stores.
with you. Yes.
Yeah,
Now I
and
agree.
we just have one Indian restaurant that I went to on Ashtami, and that's it.
And like, what is it? Is it something called Swarna Bhavan? Because they have a lot of branches in UK. No.
No. This one is called, the one I went to is called Bengal Lounge. They have three, I think, in Newcastle. The one I went to is Khai Khai. It was pretty expensive.
What is the name?
Khai Khai. So I think it's a Bangladeshi couple who, who run it. So,
Okay, okay.
and a Michelin star chef actually designed their menu. So that's why it's so expensive. I ordered a lamb biryani. It was this big, so not like much. And I paid, I think, 22 quid. So like 22 pounds for it.
Quids. What is quids?
Quid is pound, basically. That's another name for.
Oh yeah, I have heard in Peaky Blinders that 3 quids, 4 quids. Acha, so that is squid, right?
Yes, pound is quids. Yeah.
Pound is squid. Okay, like euros. What is
Is there another?
like dollars and bucks.
Yes, yes,
Okay.
definitely.
We have to get to know all of these things.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I paid 22. I think it was 20 something, and then they add the VAT on it. So unlike in India, that the
There is
GST
GST.
doesn't
Yeah,
come
yeah,
with
yeah.
it, so you have to pay on top of it. So the VAT is additional.
Value added tax, right?
Yes.
Oh,
So that's
okay.
additional. You have to pay. We had VAT before GST in
Yeah, before
India.
GST we had VAT in India.
Yeah.
I think the process is so similar to India. Like I have seen in board there is written primary nursing school or primary high school. It's same how the boards are written in villages in India. It's same in England also. Primary
Yes,
school
mostly.
like
But
that.
then when it comes to like high school level, the levels change. There's A level, then GCSE and stuff like that. We don't have that back in home.
I think it was
Um,
there on ICIC board. Sort of.
do they have A levels? I don't know. I have no idea what they do in ICSC.
Because as a CBSE student, I always think ICIC students were better than us in terms
No,
of
no, no,
knowledge.
no,
I mean, I
no.
always had this perception in my mind like ICIC students tend to learn geometry, like they have the divisions of physics, chemistry, biology from class 5 or 6, and we get it so later. And I always used to think ICIC students are far more better than CBSE
They are
students.
more pressurized, I would say. Just because you were served a lot of dishes in your plate
Ha, ha, ha,
like
ha.
2 hours before me doesn't mean that like I am not good, like I can't finish your food. I can, if that analogy makes sense. So they were served all those dishes before us, like 2, 3 years, but they didn't understand any of that. Because in CBSE, what I really liked about that, now I don't know what's going on the scene, but like when I was a student, what I really liked was they will only serve you what you can digest. So in class 5, they won't teach us integration, differentiation. That will be taught to us if we choose to go science stream. So like it's very, I think, appropriate, age appropriate, which I never thought ICSE was, because like,
Ah, okay.
yeah, I remember this when I used to go for my chemistry classes to Pradeep sir. People who don't know, he used to teach chemistry. I don't know if you know him.
I
He
know,
was
no,
pretty
Pradeep. I
famous
know, I know, I
in,
know, I know. I
yeah.
have heard. I
So yeah, people from ICSE, Don Bosco, a lot of them came to our class, that batch, and he used to always go around saying that, oh, they already have learned this, they can teach you this, that. When it came down to it, the time he was
yeah,
testing
yeah,
those
yeah, yeah.
skills, they could answer none of the questions. So it was really funny because they did it like 4 years back, and now they can't remember any of that. So what's the use? You just got pressurized for no reason at all.
Yeah, exactly.
So they are not, definitely not better than us.
But who
Yeah.
cares? We outsmarted them anyways, being a CBSE.
Yeah. Plus, all the exams in India follow CBSC. They don't follow ICSC board.
No, no, yes, yes.
Yeah. So we made it out and we are thriving, I would say, touch wood. So, like,
Yeah,
what's the
touch wood.
point?
Like it is so. I don't have. I have a wood here. Like there was no point of like there were. I have some of my friends from ICIC and then used to say, the CBSE का लड़का लोग ऐसे ही होता है, इंग्लिश भी ठीक से बोलने नहीं आता है, हम लोग
Ah,
को मैथ भी नहीं
okay.
आता है, ये वो and they
Okay.
used to
We
say
will
that.
have a battle someday. You should have someone from ICSC on this podcast and then
Now no
we'll
one is going to
battle it
come and
out.
battle with us.
Yes.
God's grace, where we are sitting right now,
Yeah,
no student
definitely.
will
No.
come and be able to just strike up a battle like that. They also have to think twice that what value are we going to speak.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Just it's just the mindset, I think. We were taught to believe, oh yeah, they have already been taught this, they are superior. No, never. If we know the same things and then you ask us to solve a math, can we do it then? Who
Yeah, we
does it
can do
faster?
it.
That's what it matters.
What made you to move to abroad? This is like only questions many people ask. England.
I think when I was doing my research, firstly, the motivation was that's something that came to me really early on in my life. I think I was really young when I used to see the movies and stuff. I was like, one day I want to go there. If not like settle, I don't know what I'm going to do in long term, but I want to be there for quite some time, do my masters, and then see how it goes. When I was applying for my bachelor's as well, I was looking at like universities abroad, especially Germany. Actually, I was looking into TOEFL back then. I was doing my research, and then I was like, you know what? I don't want to go now because, again, I think I got a scholarship for my bachelor's as well back home. So it's like I was always a scholarship student. So I was like, you know what? I will do it here now, and then when I'm matured enough to like handle myself abroad, I can do it then.
We are those bad students from CBSE who got a scholarship in Ivy League. I will cut
Okay,
this
well,
part
I'm taking
definitely.
some offense. I was never a bad student back home as well.
I mean, I was sort of like a very average student. Like
Okay.
I like in some subjects like English or literature or language or bio or chemistry, I used to get 80, 85. But in
Mm-hmm.
subjects like maths and physics, I almost just passed. Like in physics, I got 65 or something, 70. And in maths, I just got 40 or 50. I don't
Oh,
mind sharing it, but like
okay.
I was like, I was good at what I was interested in, but I was very bad at things that I don't like
Okay.
maths and physics.
That's not something you would call you a poor at, right? It's
No,
like
I'm
based on
genuinely
your
not.
interest.
Yeah.
Yes, so you can't call yourself a bad student, I think.
Yeah,
You
if
did
we
pretty well.
yeah. I mean, if you
Yeah.
look at my bachelor's grade, it's far different. Like it's
Yeah,
directly
yeah.
on 9 CGPAs and on the top.
Mm-hmm.
And there are some subjects like especially I have taken a minor like the minor subject as psychology and that has a grade of O. Like O means the outstanding. Like it was 10
Mm.
full 10 grades. Not on my main degree, but see on my optional degree, I have outstanding grades there. But because I loved psychology, so I
Yeah.
also thought to I will also study that. But see, let's see what happens. But yeah, I would still say in school I was like a average kid, a very
Okay.
average kid of class.
I think I did pretty well for myself.
Yeah, you guys were
I was
lucky when
always
teachers used to take your guys' name in our class. Like, he's doing this, she's doing that, she has got this much percentage. I mean, yeah,
just
like
to
that's what happens in a typical Indian education system. Like, like
yes.
teachers used to. But here, no one's gonna speak about anything. Like, it's so
Yeah.
much private.
And like people here, I think they respect privacy, plus they also view it in a different lens.
Yeah.
So if a fish cannot run against a race with a horse on land, right? So they view it less like that.
Hmm.
So for example, if you're interested in something else, might have forced to do this,
Hmm.
they won't not calculate your value based on that. So which I really like. They're very understanding, supportive, very different from Indian teachers. um, so yeah, that's something I really wanted to do because I grew up watching a lot of Hollywood films. I think that really had an impact in my mind. Like, oh, I really like how they do their curriculum, their way of thinking and everything. I really started researching about it when I was really young, I think, and then I was like, I'll put it off for another year. I'll put it off for another year, and that's how I did my bachelor's. And then COVID started. I
Hmm.
actually got my study of what do you call it, semester abroad in Canada in
Crazy.
2020. Yes.
We went to Canada.
No, I so
Oh,
that's the story.
why?
I got like 100% scholarship to go to Canada for 6 months when I was doing my bachelor's. Only two people from the entire batch got selected
Then
after
why you
rigorous
didn't go? Lol.
because I didn't get my visa because it was COVID,
Now you
and
see
they were
why I
like,
was telling you why I was so stressed that I couldn't join class because I just booked it
yeah.
so early, na? But it's still.
Yes. So for us, it was pretty different because the whole process started pretty late, and we had a window of 3 months, and they wanted us to get on board as fast as possible, like selecting the
Hmm.
courses and all of those things. We did everything after the exam. We got selected. I got my passport made. I went home in February, I think 2020, and I got it all done because I had to leave by July. So everything was going at Tatkal passport. I got it done very quickly. But then I called the visa officer. They're like, we are not giving visas at the moment to from people from India to go to Canada.
Why?
And I was like so heartbroken because of the whole situation. People were not usually giving visas out like that,
Ah.
because the cases of COVID was rapidly rising, and the lockdown happened in March. So after
Hmm.
lockdown, nothing was happening. So my friend Radhika and I, we got selected for this, and we were like, you know what, I don't know what to do. And the university reached out and like, if you wanted to do it offline, we could, have you get it. Like, so we were like, okay, fine, let's do it offline, online, and we did classes virtually. So that happened virtually, unfortunately, never happened offsite.
Ah, okay.
Yes. So then I was like very passionate about it because now this didn't happen. I have to do it, some
Yeah.
form or the other.
Hmm.
So I started researching colleges. So I was confused between a filmmaking course or a marketing course, which are a bit different from each other. But I got into New York Film Academy, which was a great opportunity. I think it's one of the best film schools out there. And
Ooh, okay.
yes, so it was in LA. For masters, you have to go to LA, And when I got into it, I think I got some scholarship as well, but still it came down to 1 point something cr. So it's like I cannot for the life of me pay 1 crore to do that degree after, like, because it's not a STEM degree again. So you have to see the ROI as well. What
Yeah,
degree you are
what
doing.
is you're getting on return, right?
Yes, yeah. So return on investment is very important to look at when you're doing this kind of courses. And it was a film school, so there's no guarantee of you being a director or an actor or a producer right after that. It was very vague and like flexible, no rigid curriculum after that. And also US is a very expensive place to be. You have to
Yeah,
drive a car,
US
have to
is
have a
yeah,
license.
yeah,
Exactly. So I was like, you know what? I'll just drop this rep for right now because I cannot afford 1 CR. No bank is going to give me that kind of loan. My people are not that wealthy. So it was like, okay, fine, just drop it for now. Um, and I started researching more into marketing. I saw a few unis in US. It again 60, 80 lakhs. I was like, you know
yeah,
what?
very expensive.
Yeah. And I'm really glad actually that didn't happen because everything happens for a good reason. Um, now that the people who are in power in the US, they don't want immigrants anymore. So if you're not in STEM, especially, they're kicking you out. They have cancelled H1B.
Yeah,
So that's the, like,
H1B. Oh my
literally
God, yes, they
the
fucked
worst
us very up.
possible decision. So thank God I didn't go. I would have wasted my money there.
Yeah.
And I was also looking at New Zealand and Australia. I got admitted there as well, like offer letters from there.
Okay.
But then they have 2 years there. In New Zealand, you have to spend 2 years. In Australia, you have to spend 2 years. And I wanted to get done with it very quickly. I wanted to start earning money very quickly. And I was like, I think somewhere in Europe would be really good for me. I looked into unis in Italy, but after I did a bit of research on Reddit and everything, they said it's not very good. Like,
No, I was also looking for Italy. I was going to the university, not uni. Actually, this thing is coming. Like I'm being so badly Germanized by the word. Like university is called Universität in German. So I
oh,
always say Universität and then I say sorry, it's university. So that thing you can understand, right?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So the University of Federico Naples in Italy, but it's so costly, and also like later when I get to know about the Italy, that country, sorry, that city is even worse than Delhi. They're very dirty and like no, like you will not get that you are living in Europe there.
Yes. My main reason was that after that you won't get, if you don't know the language, you won't get a part time. Plus I have heard cases of racism a lot, so I was like, you know what, I'll steer clear of EU region altogether and let me just look at UK because I always wanted to be here. I
And
London
for
was my dream.
Bengalis, this UK is actually a thing.
Yes,
London is a thing for us, like,
thing for
oh
us,
my god,
exactly.
London
So,
is London. Like that, there is that thing. I mean, I also have that thing, but it's like I had to think about so many things. But yeah, like UK is UK.
yes.
My uncle also did like studied in Liverpool College, London, I think. And UK is not as cold as Germany because people here in Germany are very cold. Like you
Oh,
might have
like
heard.
you mean the behavior?
I mean, the behavior is like they don't have bigger circle, they don't have much friends. Like it's not so easy that even if you're walking on street, no one is going to say hi or hello. But if you are walking on street in US or UK, they will at least say you like morning
Yeah,
or yeah
I think
something
that
like
is
that.
also a cultural shock. People smile at you.
No,
People
in
are,
Germany they don't smile. Germany people are very cold. Like they don't want
yes,
you
that's what
to
I'm
come
saying.
and
In the
talk.
UK,
And
they smile a lot.
that's the
They,
culture there.
yeah, they smile. They will nod in the morning when I go to my office. I see so many people. They are always like, good morning,"
Yeah,
walking
yeah,
their
yeah, yeah.
dogs.
Here, if I walk and I was when I was coming to morning, like in the morning to my house, because I was
Mm-hmm.
yesterday night I was at my friend's house, and I
Mm-hmm.
saw a woman and she was a postman. I said morning. She was
Mm-hmm.
walking with holding a lots of letters on the hand, and she was walking towards the house to give a
Mm-hmm.
letter. I
Mm-hmm.
said morning, and she was shocked, like, huh? Oh, oh. And then she smiled and like, yeah, good morning, good morning. Seeing her reaction, I was shocked. Like, what did I say? I just said Morgan. She
Yes.
was walking like that. I'm coming like that, and I just said Morgan, and she was like, oh, moin, moin, moin.
Morning.
And then she went away. And then she got to know later that, oh, he greeted me and I greeted him back, and the reaction came very
Yes,
late.
because it was so unheard of in Germany. It's
Yeah,
very
in Germany,
uncommon.
yeah, people are very cold, and even if you go to a bar, it's very hard to approach girls or talk to somebody. It's really hard because people tend to have just.
Do you think there's racism there?
So yeah, as compared to racism, I didn't face it in Germany, but I
Mhm.
have seen my other Indian friends facing it. I haven't faced any racism, luckily, until now.
That's nice.
Yeah, but I have seen my other friends facing it very bad. Before
Okay.
before you go, like how, so this podcast was only based on student life and things like that.
Yes. Yeah.
So let's talk about finally, like how, what do you see yourself in 5 years? Like, will you stay in UK? Will you move somewhere, or what do you do?
It's a very difficult question to answer. Even in interviews, when they ask me, where do you see yourself in 5 years? I think it's a very serious question, and I haven't thought about it like that in my life, especially when it comes to like staying in the country or moving back home. Obviously, there are times when I feel too low and I'm like, you know what, I'm packing my bags, I'm moving back to India, I'll see what happens
Oh, you
then.
have those moments already.
Yes, yes, definitely. There
That's
were a lot of moments. I think this year, in the beginning of the year, I was at my all time low. Um, my job wasn't going well, and I
yeah.
wanted to move out of that. And
Mhm.
it was really difficult to hop jobs. It's still very difficult if you wanted to get something else. For an international person, it is difficult. So I was like, I don't know. Um, but again, the work-life balance here in the Europe, I think, is very good. The pay is also very good. Back home,
Yeah,
you
yeah, yeah.
would get peanuts, and then yeah, I think for 20 till 2027 I'm here, and then we'll see what happens based on the
2027.
sponsor. 2027, then we'll see what the sponsorship situation looks like. If it's good, good. If not, I'll try somewhere else, like some other country, maybe, or maybe back home. I don't know how is it like in Germany. If I wanted to move to Germany, could I, do
Germany
you
is
think?
good. Good. Like, as compared to all the other countries in Europe, Germany is by far doing the best now. It's also not so good, but as compared comparatively, it's
Mhm.
doing good. It is better than what you get the facilities in UK.
Okay.
You have ample of more facilities in Germany.
So if I wanted to apply for a job there,
Yeah.
and as someone who doesn't know anything about German,
Ah,
the
yes. This
language
language barrier is only going to be a issue of concern
difficult.
here. Yeah, that's
Okay,
going
I
to.
start learning German
You
then.
have to, and German is a really complicated language, I would say, and it's very hard. Very, very
Mm-hmm.
hard. Like,
It looks very hard,
yeah,
yeah.
so it's
I
not
did
so
a bit of
hard that you.
French in my bachelor's and I got a
Oh,
C. So
bonjour.
that's the only C I got, by the way. So I was like, I don't know. Maybe I might not try this thing again.
No, like you can learn German, but it will at least take you, like, at least be 1 year. Take 1 year in hand too if you're preparing for German, because they will ask you for official level of certificates when you're going to apply for a job here. And yeah, there are some cases where you also get a job without having any like level of German. But now, because of the political issues and things and all, they are trying to make it mandatory for the people who has to learn German, because else it
Okay.
was becoming like very, like very multiculti, multiculti,
Mm.
whatever. So this other than the language issue, I don't think so. If a person who is coming from a university like yours and background, they is going to have any issue getting a top tier jobs here. At least
Yeah.
with 70-80,000 euros per annum, you can easily get one. If you get one, because the recessions and things are also fucking up the market, so it's
Yeah.
really hard to get a job.
And then there's the 40% tax, 45% tax.
Yeah.
We have 20% tax in the UK here. So
Yeah, I mean, it now becomes a choice from person to person, but you get a lot of facilities here in
yes,
Germany.
definitely. Plus, the thing that people here are also very mad at the whole Brexit situation. Before that, they could just travel to Europe, like EU,
Yes,
and like
yes,
get
yes,
a
yes.
job there. Now we can't do it. So
Yeah.
that's the problem. So now that you say that you are in Germany and you have moved to like traveled so many countries there without any problems. For me now in December, I'm considering maybe coming to the EU, to some country. I have no idea, but now I have to look after my visa, all my flights have to be booked, all my accommodations have to be booked.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
So that's a
If you
tricky
come to
part. So
Germany,
I
you can
can't
let
just
me
pack
know.
my bag and just leave. That's the problem.
Yeah, that is understandable. If you come to Germany, do let me know. because
Yeah,
they are
yeah,
here.
yeah.
So that would only be an
Germany or
issue.
anywhere else, we could just meet up there directly, and spend the Christmas together if you don't have any plans.
Christmas currently I don't have any plans, but there will be
Mhm.
plans making up. So you have to let me know what we are doing here or something like that. But yeah,
Mhm.
that is fine. That's very manageable, and UK is not so far, I think.
Yeah, yeah. It's just if I take a flight, I think it's not even 2 hours.
Why will you take a flight? You can come by train, Euro rails.
Trains, I think it's more expensive. Plus, it takes a lot of time as well.
Yeah, it definitely takes a lot of time, but I want to take that, like from London to that train. That I want to have that experience, not
Do
for
it in the
making videos.
morning,
Yeah.
in the daytime, because at night time they launched a new train from London to Paris, and it was underground. So people thought, oh, we'll see the water and the fish and stuff like that, and it was all dark. So it was really funny. So if you want to do it in the
Then,
daytime.
sorry to say it about peoples in England, but anyways, yeah, I think I had a lot of things more to ask because I'm very new to abroad. It's almost not even a year now, but yeah, I have
Oh.
more experience to take from
Mm-hmm.
you. So, but
Mm-hmm.
anyways, we are short on time, so we have to end it here. We
Mm-hmm.
might continue
We
it
can do a part two if you ever wanted to do it. I'm free on weekends, so.
email me.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, thank you so much for joining. And your Instagram and your social handles will be on the description of my podcast. And definitely, please do check out her profile also. And she makes some good films. She makes some good films. You should also check it out. That was my shout out.
Thank you so much for having me. It was a lovely
Yeah.
time talking to you, learning about your experience here, and it is as
Same.
valuable as mine.
Yeah.
So, if anyone's on the other side listening to this, you got this, and all the best for your
Yeah,
journey.
contact Sanchaita Di because she's more knowledgeable than me. So she can answer your DMs and questions and FAQs more better than me. But, and yeah,
Mm-hmm.
wish you a nice time ahead. Thank you for joining.
Yes, you
Thank you so
too.
much for coming and hope to see you again.
Yeah, hope to see you again soon. And thank you again for having me on your podcast.